When life begins to fall apart, the first instinct is to panic. The noise gets louder, the pressure builds, and suddenly everything feels like it's slipping through your fingers. But calmness is not the absence of chaos. It's the ability to stand tall in the middle of it. True strength is not in shouting louder than the storm, but in breathing slower than the wind. The world around you can crumble, yet peace can still exist within you. Calmness is a weapon. It protects your focus and shields your clarity. The moment you stop reacting and start observing, the storm begins to lose its power. Your breath becomes your anchor. Your silence becomes your control. There will be moments when everything feels uncertain, when your plans fall apart and your faith begins to shake. Those are the moments that test your inner foundation. Anyone can stay calm when life is smooth, but only the strong can stay centered in the middle of collapse. Calmness doesn't mean weakness. It means mastery. It means you've learned to separate what's happening around you from what's happening within you. The world might burn, but your heart remains steady. You learn to stop chasing control over everything and start mastering control over yourself. That is where true peace begins. When panic hits, remember this, your emotions are valid, but they don't have to be in charge. The mind races, the heart beats faster, and fear tries to take the wheel. But calmness begins when you pause and breathe. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that you've survived worse. The chaos isn't here to destroy you, it's here to teach you balance. You don't need to fix everything in one moment, just survive one breath at a time. The more you slow down, the more power you regain. A calm mind always sees what panic blinds. People often mistake chaos for the end, but sometimes it's just the beginning of transformation. The destruction of what was often clears the way for what's meant to be. The key is to not lose yourself while everything else shifts. Calmness allows you to see beyond the surface of pain. It lets you recognize that not every ending is a loss. Some are liberation. When you stay calm, you begin to see patterns, lessons, and opportunities hidden beneath the noise. Storms reveal strength that peace could never show. Stay still long enough and you'll see the reason behind the ruin. The ability to stay calm is built through trust. Trust in yourself, trust in time, trust in life's process. You can't control outcomes, but you can control your responses. Every situation demands either reaction or reflection. The average person reacts. The wise one reflects. Calmness gives you space to choose wisely. It reminds you that you are not your problems. You are the awareness observing them. When you trust that every storm eventually passes, you stop fearing the rain. You start walking through it with grace, knowing the sun will follow. That's not faith in fantasy. That's faith in resilience. The world rewards those who can stay calm under pressure. Whether in business, relationships, or crisis, composure is power. It's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about knowing that panicking won't make it better. Calm people think clearer, move smarter, and act stronger. When everyone else loses their balance, they become the steady ground others stand on. In chaos, calmness becomes leadership. You become the person people turn to because you radiate steadiness. And that steadiness comes from mastering your inner dialogue. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start saying, "Watch me handle this." To stay calm, you must master the art of detachment, not from life, but from unnecessary suffering. Detachment doesn't mean not caring. It means caring without losing yourself. It means knowing that peace doesn't depend on external conditions. The calmer you are, the less power the world has over you. Detachment allows you to see things as they are, not as fear paints them. When emotions run high, distance gives perspective. Step back, breathe, and let things unfold naturally. You'll realize most problems shrink when you stop feeding them your panic. Your breath is your greatest tool. It's the bridge between your body and your mind. When chaos hits, your breath shortens and your mind follows. But when you consciously slow your breath, your heart begins to listen. Inhale strength, exhale tension. With every breath, remind yourself that you are alive, capable, and grounded. Calmness isn't found in noise, it's found in rhythm. The steady rhythm of your breath can guide you through any storm. The world outside may shake, but inside you are still. Every inhale is power. Every exhale is peace. You can't always control what happens, but you can control the meaning you give it. The story you tell yourself determines your state of mind. If you tell yourself it's the end, you'll collapse. If you tell yourself it's a test, you'll rise. Perspective is everything. Calmness allows you to rewrite the narrative in real time. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me, start asking, what is this teaching me? Life isn't punishing you, it's preparing you. The calm mind learns faster, adapts quicker, and overcomes stronger. Perspective builds peace. Every breakdown carries the seed of a breakthrough. Chaos forces you to face truths you once ignored. It strips away illusions and brings you back to your essence. When everything falls apart, you're left with what's real. That's where transformation begins. Calmness is what helps you rebuild, not from panic, but from purpose. It gives you the clarity to design a stronger foundation. What feels like destruction now will one day be remembered as rebirth. Keep your heart steady. This is not your end. It's your evolution in disguise. Calmness doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It means processing them without letting them rule you. You can cry and still be calm. You can hurt and still be in control. Emotional maturity is knowing that feelings are visitors. They come and go. You allow them in, listen, and let them leave. You don't fight them. You understand them. When you observe your emotions instead of drowning in them, peace slowly returns. You stop reacting impulsively and start responding intelligently. That is emotional mastery, and it begins with stillness. When everything seems to go wrong, go inward. The answers are not out there, they're within. Silence the noise, close your eyes, and breathe. Ask yourself, what is this moment trying to show me? The mind loves chaos, but the soul thrives in calm. When you return to yourself, you remember that no external event can touch your inner peace without your permission. The outside world loses its power when the inner world is steady. Meditation, prayer, reflection, all are tools to return to that calm center. You're never truly lost, just disconnected from stillness. Calmness grows from acceptance. The moment you stop resisting reality, peace begins to grow. Resistance creates tension, and tension creates suffering. Acceptance doesn't mean you approve, it means you understand. You can't change what's already happened, but you can change how you deal with it. Let go of the need to control every outcome. Control is an illusion that breeds anxiety. Flow with life instead of fighting it. The calmer you are, the more control you actually gain. Because calmness sharpens awareness, and awareness guides action. Sometimes the best way to stay calm is to focus on service. When chaos consumes your world, shift your focus outward. Help someone else, uplift another, bring light where there's darkness. Service transforms anxiety into purpose. It reminds you that even in pain, you still have power to make a difference. That realization builds calm confidence. The world becomes less about what's happening to you and more about what you can contribute. Purpose brings peace. When you live for something greater, chaos loses its grip on your soul. Remember, calmness is not built overnight. It's forged through daily practice, through facing moments that test your patience. Each storm you survive adds another layer of resilience. Every time you remain calm instead of reacting, you train your nervous system to trust you. Eventually, your mind learns that not every problem requires panic. You become unshakable, not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. Calmness becomes your default setting, your natural state of strength. That's how inner peace is earned. People often think power comes from dominance, but real power comes from self-control. The calm person is not the one without emotion, but the one who controls it. The loudest person in the room rarely has the most strength. True warriors speak softly because their peace is louder than noise. Control your inner state and you'll control every external situation better. You can't fight chaos with chaos. You fight it with stillness, patience, and clarity. The one who remains calm always wins the longest battles. Every chaotic situation teaches you something about yourself. It reveals how deeply you trust, how fast you panic, how strong you truly are. Don't run from the discomfort. Study it. Watch how your mind reacts. The more aware you become, the more power you gain. Awareness is the root of calmness. It shows you that the chaos is temporary, but your strength is permanent. Every storm you survive becomes proof of your resilience. You begin to realize you've been strong all along. You begin to realize you've been strong all along.